So Law just got executed like Murphy in RoboCop. Fujitora appears out of nowhere and has a slice-and-dice brawl with Zoro. Big Mom's big-ass Candyland ship appears out of nowhere and starts firing on the Straw Hat Pirates. And then at the very end of the episode, they're just like, hey, here's Sabo! Dressrosa is the most exciting arc of One Piece I've seen thus far, and I can imagine that a lot of fans who've been following the series for a long time probably share that same opinion. It's got so many great twists, turns, character introductions, great follow-up on Doflamingo, the most charismatically badass villain of the entire series, Fujitora, a badass blind swordsman who can frickin' manipulate gravity, and now Big Mom just comes out of nowhere, but the Sabo thing, oh my god! Not only was it awesome just to see Sabo appear at the very end of the 3D 2Y special, but the fact that that was basically just a tease for his introduction in Dressrosa, just, in some ways it sort of might have spoiled this moment, but damn, I'm excited to see him back. The prospect of Sabo returning is going to mix up this arc in so many interesting ways. And the fact that he's in the same Coliseum as Luffy right now, in a Coliseum that they're fighting for Ace's Devil Fruit, just like, the planets have aligned on this badass moment. Otherwise, this episode was great. It was mostly a setup episode for more of the crazy things that are getting ready to go down with everybody, but like I said, there were a lot of twists and surprises. Zoro versus Fujitora. There's just something about a mustached, sunglasses-wearing Zoro fighting against Fujitora that I just think is really awesome. Even though Fujitora literally, like, buries him into the ground, but he manages to do this one technique that allows him to get back up and even slash against him. But him and Doflamingo make a quick escape, and that's when all the Straw Hat Pirates are running away from the Marines, trying to figure out what they're going to do. And it looks like Nami and their group are having the biggest trouble, because Big Mom's ship appears out of nowhere, and it looks like this just like massive ship made out of candy and sweets. And we even get to see some members of Big Mom's crew. There's the guy with the weird egg pants, the lion, half lion person. This is One Piece. This shit is allowed. All this weird stuff happens. Even the head of the ship is actually like sentient. It can talk and it even sings. And it fires cannons too. Luckily, Brook is able to dodge most of that. But basically, they're all trying to decide what they're going to do, and Nami is the smart one. She's actually a member of the group who usually is, I say, the voice of reason for the crew, and that's when she tells Luffy that everybody's after Caesar, Momonosuke for some reason, and after this factory, they have two, like, pieces of the puzzle, and they need to hold on to them, so they're going to go to the island of Zou. But I love that Sanji wants to ask for permission to actually fight against Big Mom, because that's just going to be nuts. The other members of the Straw Hat crew do not want to get involved, but I really want to see Sanji go up against these guys. And Big Mom might actually be on that ship. They hint that she is. I cannot wait to see her because they've been building her up so much. Otherwise, fan-freaking-tastic episode. What's the rundown on this week's episode of One Piece? I loved it. It's a setup episode I could really dig. The animation and the artwork was pretty good, especially for One Piece standards. There was a little bit of action at the beginning, and there was also plenty of room for humor. Even though the first bit of the episode was dead serious, with Law's dead body on the ground, come on guys, we know he's not dead. The second half made a lot of room for humor, especially when they were running from the Marines. I just thought it was really funny for some reason when Luffy was talking to Chopper on the snail phone, and he was trying to figure out what they were going to do, and all Chopper could say is, "No, we're gonna die!" Just something really funny about Chopper saying that and just screaming it is very funny. Also, just the imagery of them on the ship, like, going up against this big, massive, like, candy ship is just hilarious. It's so ridiculous, but it's the type of thing that could only work within the confines of the One Piece world. Why Big Mom's getting involved, I'm not really sure, other than the fact that she is looking for Caesar Clown. All these big forces are coming together, and it's kind of hard to say, you know, who's going to come out on top. The thing, though, I think I loved most about this episode, aside from Sabo being introduced at the very end of the episode, is just Zoro and Fujitora. Zoro is one of my favorite characters of the series, if not my favorite. It's really hard to say, but every single time he's involved, like, in a big fight scene, I always get really amped up, because sometimes he displays, like, a new technique. And so far in the time skip of the series, he's had a few, like, really cool scenes, but he still hasn't really done anything yet that I think has, like, fully lived up to his potential, and I'm ready to see Zoro go completely nuts, and Dressrosa is a perfect place to do that. Now, the big thing here is Sabo. He's appearing out of nowhere at the very end, and he's at the tournament. Is he actually in the tournament? Is he going to be fighting? I think I would like to see that. I think it would be awesome. Obviously, I want to see him run into Luffy as well, because I'm sure they have a lot to catch up on. Otherwise, fantastic episode right here. A lot of setup, a lot of action, tons of humor, and lots of surprises. So if you've been following One Piece, this is a mandatory episode. It's just a really great one. So I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. I have no complaints with this episode, and I definitely think that you guys should check it out. Thank you guys for watching my review. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please tell me what you guys thought about this week's episode of One Piece. Were you shocked to see Sabo at the end? And what battle with the Straw Hat Pirates are you looking forward to seeing the most? Make sure to go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. You can do so by clicking up on this icon right up here. You guys can also check us out on Facebook and on Twitter.
Do you like Amazon.com? I know I do. Corey and I now have an Amazon link in our video description box below. And if you go to it and buy anything through Amazon.com, it will support our channel. So bookmark that link, make it happen, and support our channel without having to do a damn thing.
Another great way you guys can help support our channel is by donating directly through our PayPal link in the description box below. We recommend $2 a month, although this is completely optional. But the best way to go about this is by sneaking into your mom's room and taking $2. This way, she won't even notice. And we won't have to shake you up for all of your lunch money. So guys, that concludes this review today. Super Kami Guru 9000. Out.